Jai Shri Mataji. Good morning, everyone. Let's all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. We'll take Shri Ganesh Mantra.
साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः।
Let's bring our right hand on the Mother Earth and left hand on the lap towards Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji, kindly balance my left channel. Shri Mataji, kindly take away all the imbalances, all the negativities of my left channel into the Mother Earth. Shri Mataji, please purify my Ida Nadi. Shri Mataji, you are Shri Ganesha. Mother, kindly establish all the qualities of Sri Ganesha within us. Now, let's bring our right hand on the lap and left hand towards the sky. Shrimataji, kindly balance our right channel. Mother, kindly take away all the imbalances, all the negativities of my right channel into the sky element. Shrimataji, kindly enlighten my Pingla Nadi. Shrimataji, you are Sri Hanumana. Mother, kindly establish all the qualities of Sri Hanumana within us. Let's bring both our hands at the level of our heart. Shrimataji, kindly establish us in the state of balance. Shri Mataji, please purify and enlighten our Sushumna Nadi. Shri Mataji, kindly establish us in the complete state of balance. We'll bring both our hands back on the lap. Let's bring our attention on the top of our Sahasrara. Shri Mataji, kindly establish my self-realization. Shri Mataji, kindly allow us to feel your lotus feet on our Sahasrara. In this meditative state, we will now hear Shri Mataji's speech.
I bow to all the seekers of truth. The idea about truth is sometimes a misconception. Truth is what it is and will be the truth. We cannot change it. We cannot organize it. We cannot work it out. It remains what it is. And the greatest truth is that we all have become human beings to become the Spirit. We are still not in that stage. That's why there are problems around us. Once you become the truth, it being the absolute, you reach the state of absoluteness. Then there is no difference of ideologies, no differences of nation. All nations, one knows, are created by God Almighty. Just He created variety to give a beautiful world to us. Variety always gives beauty. That's why this variety was created, just to make the world very interesting, but not for fighting or for quarreling or for believing that this part belongs to us and that part belongs to somebody else. The human problem, as I have studied, is very simple. Is to be understood in a detached way. Now here you can see the beautiful machinery that is working within ourselves. If you see on the left hand side, we have, somebody should come and show, blue colored line. And the right hand side you see a yellow line. In the center you see a white channel. These are our autonomous nervous systems, 3 channels, left and right sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. When I talk of medical science, people get quite surprised. But it has something to do to understand what are we inside ourselves. Now this parasympathetic nervous system is the system that gives us balance. For example, if I am running fast, my heart will start thumping. But it comes to normal through parasympathetic nervous system. And medical science doesn't know much about the parasympathetic nervous system, which is actually in the center. These chakras are around the parasympathetic nervous system, and like my fingers here, this is the chakra in the center here, and this is the left sympathetic and this is the right sympathetic, and they both put together make this center to form the parasympathetic. Simple as that. Now what happens with human beings? That they have a capacity, they have a freedom also to go to the left or to the right. They can be very emotional people. They can go to the emotional side to such an extent that they can become fanatics. They can go further with it, so that the left side, which represents our subconscious, then the collective subconscious can be entered into. So they can enter into collective subconscious also. Subconscious also has 3-4 layers. That is, we can say the present subconscious, the past subconscious, and subconscious of ages. Then the collective subconscious, where all that is dead exists in that area. Now when you move too much on that side, you get attacked by that side. And that side has got all that is dead, which attacks you, which triggers. On the right hand side, we have got another channel of the right sympathetic nervous system. This channel represents our activity and our future. So when you are overactive, you're working very hard, you are futuristic, all the time thinking about the future, you start moving towards the right side, to such an extent that you can enter into your collective supraconscious also. In the same way, you have got your present supraconscious and also collective supraconscious. Now, human beings have a capacity that they can move to the left and to the right with their attention. They can project their attention to the left or to the right, or they can be moderate in the center. So when people talked of religion, I mean the real people who came on this earth, they talked of religion. They talked about our valency, that's a human valency, is of 10 number. And that's why they talked of 10 commandments. Or in every religion they talked about it, that we have to keep this balance. When we go out of this balance, then we either move to the left or to the right. But if you see the history of religions, it is just the opposite. That all these religions have created conditionings within us. A kind of a fanaticism, a kind of a blind faith, which was never the purpose of establishing your valencies within yourself. The movement to the right is also another problem of the modern times. When we move to the right, we actually start becoming very egoistical. The activity that we form, the activity that we perform creates a balloon-like structure on our head, as you see, crossing over here as ego, that yellow stuff. On the left-hand side, when we are conditioned very much, we get another balloon which we call as superego. Jung also missed the point because he described that there are layers horizontally placed within ourselves. It is not so. God is a great constructor and manager. For example, you have put a road for me here. I don't have to pass through different rows. In the same way, he placed everything in a vertical way, and the road to realization is kept free within us. The road to realization is straightforward, which you see is shown in the white color, is the parasympathetic nervous system. Now those people who move to the left or to the right develop diseases. For example, I'll show you here. Now supposing I move one finger too much here, then I'm cut off with the main. This side is cut off with the main, this side is cut off with the main. Then what happens? That there is no control. And the cells become malignant on their own. They start overpowering others. And that's how they start destroying other cells. We say cancer has been established. It's a very simple thing, is to bring them back again and put them in contact with the divine and bring them to the mains. Secondly, people have these days diseases like diabetes. Very common. Diabetes is a very common disease. Now in Indian villages, the villagers, when they take tea, they say that we must take so much sugar that the spoon must stand in the sugar. And they drink such a lot of sugar, they never have diabetes. Never. They have never known diabetes. What is the cause of diabetes or liver trouble, or we can say other troubles like blood cancer? It's a very simple thing that we do, is the imbalance within us. As you see the yellow center we call as Swadhisthana, which looks after the aortic plexus in our body on the physical level. This center has a very special work to do. That is to convert the fat cells for the use of the brain. So it converts the fat cells for the use of the brain. If people are very futuristic, all the time thinking, then this poor center or chakra has one work, is to convert cells after cells for the use of the brain. Brain starts growing. But what about the other function it has to do? It has to look after the liver, it has to look after the pancreas, it has to look after the spleen, it has to look after part of the intestines and also the kidneys. When we start thinking too much, we give too much work to this one center, all these visceras are neglected and you may develop any one of these troubles. But when it comes to spleen, it is even worse. When it comes to spleen, these days the life is so hectic. First of all, we get up in the morning. First thing we do is to read the newspaper. That's the horrid thing to do. Coming out of very nice sleep, you suddenly read the newspaper and so many are bombed, so many are killed, so many are harassed. Oh God. You get a shock. The system gets a shock. Now, when the system gets a shock, the spleen has to produce more red blood corpuscles. It has to work very hard. Then you suddenly discover you have to go to your work, so you get out of your bed and rush here and there, brush your teeth on your way and carry your breakfast. Maybe your wife is running after you with the breakfast, you have no time for anything. Such a hectic life you lead. Extremely hectic. Then you get into the car, you find there's a jam, finished. We don't understand how much we are shocking ourselves all the time. We are on a war path with the watch. All the time struggling for time. This spleen doesn't understand the person. There's no rhythm in the life of that person. The spleen thinks, what am I to do now? Suddenly this person needs the red blood corpuscles and it doesn't need, then suddenly it needs it. It becomes hectic. When it becomes hectic, it becomes vulnerable for blood cancer. And then if a person gets any shock or goes to the left side in an emotional way, he gets blood cancer. Even the mothers who are like this, very hectic, disciplining their children, keep the carpet clean, walk this way, first put your right foot, then left foot, don't walk that way. The child, when she's pregnant, can get blood cancer. We must understand we are delicately made, beautiful flowers of God. We are human beings. And the time has come for us to become now the fruits. This is the blossom time. But we shock our system with so many things. For what have we achieved? In India, we have Taj Mahal, we have Ajanta caves, we have so many things to show you. But they are all in the past. I don't think in Sydney you can make a hall like this anymore. It's not possible. What have we achieved? Plastics. What are we achieving? The modern times, we have lost the sense of greatness and glorious things. All the time we are struggling with time, and nobody has time. Everybody is rushing up. I asked one gentleman, why are you in such a hurry to go to London? After all, it's all right, you can go tomorrow. If you don't get the seat today, you can go tomorrow. He said, no, I have to attend a ball. He'll waste 3 hours in the ball or in a pub, that's all right. But he's so worried about getting his ticket, for that he will completely rattle his system just to get the ticket. And then for what? That ball is not going to give him any relaxation because he's already finished his system. And that's how one develops this blood cancer. Then the pancreas is out of order, one develops diabetes. Kidneys are out of order, high blood pressure. Then all kinds of kidney troubles, and then they go on the machine and all kinds of things happen. It is happening in all the nonsensical things also we have taken. Like for us now, so far Mr. Freud had displaced Christ completely. He had become Christ for us. Blindfolded we followed him and also outwitted him in our projections. What's wrong? When I went to America in 73, I told them that this is all wrong you are doing. It will have a very bad effect. It's not natural. If promiscuousness is good, then why does it give diseases? If it is natural, then why does it give you problems? Simple question. There's a kind of an ego that we can do it, but why fight with the nature? If you fight with the nature, nature will take its respite. And today that's why we have to say this was wrong we have done, and we are not going to do it anymore. Our children are not going to do it. After going through all the experiences, now they are talking that cigarette should be abandoned. But Nanak Sahib had told long time back that cigarette is the worst thing. It will cause horrible trouble to you. Now they are saying about no smoking. Now they cannot give up. There are 1,001 problems. The greatest is, I think now, is AIDS. Is caused by nothing but stupid ego. Anything they try, you ask them, why do you do it? Like some people are now coloring their heads. And I found some of them are becoming blind. So I said, why are you doing it? They said, what's wrong? Oh, why do you want to color your hair? But what's wrong? I didn't know what to answer. I said, but it will make you blind. We'll see when it makes us blind. Such arrogance. You can't challenge your system like that. You have to be humble about it, because it's a delicate system of a human being. We are not hippopotamus, are we? That on a hippopotamus you paint anything, nothing will happen to him. But we are human beings. We have got cells here which absorb paints, and that can go onto our nerves, can also go onto our other centers. There should be a basic understanding what is ridiculous. As if people have gone amok and doing all these things. But that's what you are going to the left or to the right. Now those people who move too much to the right get heart attacks. They may be thin like dried fishes, but they can get heart attacks. When you extract too much of your energy on the right side, the heart gives in. There is no need to put in so much effort. Like one day I met a lady who had a heart attack. She's just a housewife with only 2 children. I said, why do you get a heart attack, madam? She said, I have to work very hard. No. With 2 children, what do you do? Oh, I have to keep everything clean, absolutely clean, to keep my children clean, I have to keep my husband clean, I have to keep my bathroom clean, and I said, it's all right, but why don't you understand that also your health is there and you should take some rest in between? No. To me, cleanliness is everything. Then you have the heart attack. This is the norms of today's life. I don't think our parents used to polish everything all the time, or they were all the time with a vacuum cleaner. You see, like a tail, we have a vacuum cleaner with us. Doesn't matter, it's a house. After all, it should be a cozy place for children and for the husband to come down. Doesn't matter, once you clean it, it's all right. But that kind of an attitude we cannot take, because that's the norm. So many norms we have which are really absurd and ridiculous. We can never sit down and enjoy each other's company. If the husband and wife are sitting, there should be a television in between, or some sort of a drama or something. There should be something in between. They cannot talk to each other. There's no relaxing mood. There's so much to be talked between husband and wife. I mean, when husband and wife are enjoying themselves and talking to each other, it's better to switch off the horrible television, which is showing the quarrel between husband and wife all the time. So all these things work out. The family system, the household, and all the norms that we have started. All these things work out on our sweet, beautiful system that we have.
We'll take the 3 Maha Mantras.
साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
We thank you, Shri Mataji, for this beautiful collective morning meditation. Let's all bow down to Shri Mataji. Raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. We'll join again tomorrow at the same time for the collective morning meditation. Jai Shri Mataji.